So this week we had the first presidential debate, and to put it gently, it didn't go great. Ah, crap, hold on, this is the wrong clip. Ah, there we go. Now, let's take a look at both of these performances real quick. Let's start with Joe Biden. Since Biden is ahead in the polls, his objective in this debate was simply not to lose any of his voters. Now, besides a few minor gaffes,
socialist
right
healthcare.
now, I am
and
the
they're going to
Democratic
dominate
Party.
you.
I am the Senate.
overall, however, I don't think there was anything said on Biden's part that made him lose any voters. So it's safe to say his objective was met in the debate. Now, traditionally, as the candidate behind in the polls, Trump's goal should have been to try to gather more supporters and more voters around him. However, based on Trump's performance, it doesn't seem like this was his objective at all. Rather, it seems like his objective coming into the debate was to fortify and to radicalize his base of supporters. When given the most softball of questions to condemn white supremacists, this is what Trump had to say.
You have repeatedly criticized the vice president for not specifically calling out Antifa and other left-wing extremist groups. But are you willing tonight to condemn white supremacists and militia groups and to say that they need to stand down and not add to the violence in a number of these cities, as we saw in Kenosha and as we've seen in Portland?
Sure,
are you
I'm
prepared
willing to do
specifically
that, but
do it?
Well, go ahead, sir.
I would say almost everything I see is from the left wing, not from the right wing.
So what are you saying?
I'm willing to do anything. I want to see peace.
Then do it, sir.
Say it. Do it. Say it.
Do you want to call him? What do you want to call him? Give me a name. Give me a
White
name.
supremacists and
Who would
white
you like me to condemn?
White supremacists and right
Proud
militia.
Boys, stand back and stand by. But I'll tell you what. Somebody's got to do something about Antifa and the left, because this is not a right-wing problem.
This strategy by Trump suggests that he isn't trying to win this election through the popular vote. It suggests that he is trying to win this election through voter intimidation and by fortifying and radicalizing his base, not expanding. However, since these two gentlemen had completely different objectives, it's hard to compare their performances and judge who was the winner of this debate. Now, a few days after the debate, Trump and the First Lady Melania have both tested positive for coronavirus. Now, Trump being over the age of 70 and being clinically obese doesn't bode well for the future of his health. We are also unsure of exactly the extent of this outbreak in the White House, since Trump doesn't take many precautions, and we can see at many events, including the SCOTUS nomination, where many GOP members are interacting without masks in close quarters, including President Trump's own SCOTUS nominee, Amy Coney Barrett. Now Trump is being hospitalized at Walter Reed Medical Center, supposedly as a precaution, but this strongly mirrors Boris Johnson's own timeline of treatment when he caught the coronavirus, and as we know, his experience with the virus wasn't very pleasant. A lot of Trump's rhetoric relies on being a strongman, and he's even made fun of previous candidates like Hillary Clinton in the 2016 election for catching pneumonia. Whether it be health, his rhetoric, or his campaign, catching this virus doesn't bode well for Trump, especially since he's been so lackadaisical with his response to the virus and the pandemic. Now everybody is waiting to see what exactly is going to happen with Trump and how is it going to affect the upcoming election.